Floyd Money Mayweather. Ladies and gentlemen, chaos broke out. And I'm not talking about legit, bona fide boxing, pure boxing chaos. I'm talking about the kind of stuff that
They pray on my downfall. It's not gonna happen. But the thing is this, man. Don't go against me, ride with me. My thing is that I know how to win no matter. Trust. Every morning I get up in the mirror and I say, I say to myself, and I'm brushing my teeth, I say, you know what? Only person I can trust, that person right there. Because we all know we can trust ourselves. But we all always know somebody else is always gonna let it.
Floyd Mayweather has stirred up fresh controversy, this time pulling in Stephen A. Smith from ESPN. Mayweather recently shared a private video on social media that appears to show Smith reaching out to him for money, using it to suggest that some of his loudest critics are now targeting him because they believe he's financially weak. The clip quickly fueled debate online, shifting the focus to a bigger issue. Is Stephen A. just throwing shade, or is there real truth behind the rumors that Mayweather's money situation isn't as strong as it once seemed?
It was a bunch of gambling debts. Floyd, okay? And he tried to plant fake news out here saying that he was in downtown LA giving out money, and then he was at the
Rumors about Floyd Mayweather facing money problems are starting to look more serious, as legal papers, court battles, and even his own business updates begin to challenge the perfect Money Mayweather image he built over the years. At the center of the talk are several lawsuits and growing signs that his fortune may not be as strong as he claims. One major example involves a jeweler from Miami who is suing him for more than $4 million, saying he never paid for high-end watches and diamond pieces, items Floyd has proudly shown off on social media many times. The dispute is still ongoing and is currently being handled in court.
It's expensive, but come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse, your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. I hate.
The problems go beyond that. In Nigeria, a court ruled that Floyd Mayweather must pay $2.4 million to Zani Media Concept Limited after he allegedly failed to honor a deal for a promotional appearance. Reports say he was paid in advance to attend an event but did not show up and kept the payment, leading the company to take legal action. Now the court has ordered him to return the money, marking a serious international setback and adding to concerns that taking large payments without meeting obligations is finally bringing real consequences his way.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah, that's what you think. It's get the money, spend the money.
All that money?
And it's been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like within lifestyle, that money's gone, trust me. Now it's like, you call him, he'll be at your local hosting in a nightclub because you need that action right now.
In the United States, Floyd Mayweather has also faced questions about his real estate moves. He proudly announced that he had invested in a $10 billion office property portfolio with 61W companies, even posting photos and calling it a huge business achievement. But when reporters looked deeper into the details, they struggled to find clear information about the deal, raising doubts about how real the investment was and whether it truly matched the scale he claimed.
My lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings.
Public records did not show Floyd Mayweather as a key owner of those properties, and his name was missing from official documents that would confirm such a massive investment. Because of this, many people began to wonder if he had overstated his involvement to protect the billionaire businessman image he has promoted since stepping away from boxing.
Just another ordinary day, chilling in an EWV Rolls Royce. For those that don't know what an EWV is, that's an extended wheelbase Rolls Royce. I need the leg room. I know I ain't that tall, about 5'8.5", some days 5'9", but
the confusion grew when Floyd Mayweather announced that he had purchased 62 apartment buildings in Manhattan for $42 million through his company, Vita Properties, yet official property records did not show his name connected to those deals. Real estate insiders quietly hinted that the claims may have been overstated or simply untrue, adding more doubt about his real financial position. Even with these questions hanging in the air, his lifestyle appears unchanged. He reportedly spent more than $1 million on a luxury suite at the Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas, continued shopping at elite designer stores, showed off a watch collection said to be worth around $100 million, and carried on publicly as if everything was perfectly fine.
The person who's been able to do like that is Floyd Mayweather. He's the only guy who's been able to just be balling out of control, constantly flashing money, $1 million watches, a fleet of super expensive cars.
Right. To his supporters, this is just classic Floyd Mayweather, confident, flashy, and never afraid to show off his wealth. But to critics, it seems more like someone trying hard to protect an image that may be slipping. As the debate grows, Mayweather has not stayed silent. He has pushed back strongly, especially at voices like Stephen A. Smith, accusing them of jealousy and unfair criticism. On Instagram, he addressed the backlash directly, saying it's disappointing how quickly people doubt you when they never expected you to succeed in the first place.
Money Mayweather up until recently didn't have any money, so Floyd is the highest earning athlete in his career, making over $1.1 billion. And after making a killing, he ended up retiring in 2017. However, he dug himself into a hole after making super lavish purchases like
Floyd Mayweather responded by saying people are quick to assume athletes will lose their money instead of grow it, and they expect showmanship but not smart financial moves. He made it clear that he's building his wealth on his own terms, using his own plan and making his own choices, and if that upsets anyone, he believes that reflects more on them than on him. He argued that instead of supporting success, many choose to question it, often driven by jealousy, racism, and old stereotypes. According to him, he refused to follow the usual path, took the time to learn, made investments, and is focused on creating a lasting legacy whether critics like it or not, urging people to respect the hard work rather than trying to tear it apart.
The money.
Just like but I don't even think he don't need any money.
He spends so much money.
Yeah, but he don't need any. Floyd,
are you sure?
Yeah, Floyd good.
I bet if he's playing for the future, you got to keep it coming in if you're going to keep spending the way he spends.
Yeah, but I think he has a lot of other business interests that he can get money from, not just.
Floyd Mayweather is making one thing clear. He feels that many people are waiting to see him fail. From his perspective, the conversation isn't really about financial trouble but about jealousy that runs deep. He sees himself not only as a retired boxing champion but as a smart businessman who is being unfairly criticized simply because he refuses to fit the old stereotype of a black athlete who loses his fortune after retirement.
The best investments that I did was New York real estate. So it started off with 7 figures. And I was getting a certain amount of money every month. When I first gave them $5 million, I was getting $50,000 a month. So I said, the money kept coming on the 18th every month. 50,000 would come in. I still was competing, I still was fighting, I still was active, and I still was making.
Behind the scenes, the reality is harder to overlook. Staff at Floyd Mayweather's Los Angeles gym reportedly protested, saying they hadn't been paid for weeks, and videos appeared showing their frustration. These issues fueled doubts that his business empire might be facing real struggles, since unpaid employees clash with the image of endless wealth. At the same time, he's been actively promoting cryptocurrency, recently backing a new coin called ASET.
I mean, it's the new wave. It's what everybody's doing. And I started, of course I started with boxing, but then of course now it's real estate. My real estate portfolio is crazy, but I'm truly blessed. I'm truly blessed. And if cryptocurrency is the new wave, you know what? Be the best.
Floyd Mayweather has been offering fans perks like signed gloves and championship belts to join his promotions. While endorsements aren't new for him, the number and nature of these deals suggest he may be chasing quicker cash, a shift from when he famously carried millions in a backpack. This has given critics like Stephen A. Smith more to attack, turning him into a loud detractor. Mayweather says the criticism is fueled by hate and jealousy, but others argue Smith and others are simply pointing out a harsh reality. His finances could be under pressure, and maintaining such a flashy lifestyle isn't possible without big, regular paydays.
What's going on with Floyd Mayweather, man?
Man, do we got money or not? I don't know what's going on.
I'm lost.
Man, I seen, I think Stephen A. was talking about he was bankrupt.
See, I know he came out with this commercial talking about he just invested in this deal that's worth like $402 million that's dealing with 60 apartment buildings.
Yeah, I heard the nigga bought half of New York.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so he walking down the street of New York. Yeah, I own that one. I own that one.
Seen that too.
Floyd Mayweather has always built his brand around being unbeatable, undefeated in the ring, with money, and in life. If that image begins to crack, the very foundation that made Money Mayweather a cultural icon could be at risk. His flashy jewelry, exotic cars, and Instagram posts showing stacks of cash weren't just signs of wealth, they were central to his image. If some of it is exaggerated, the consequences could be serious. Yet, he keeps projecting confidence, sharing videos of his lifestyle, replying to critics with sharp captions, and pushing back against any suggestion that is losing control.
As having seen one of my buildings is One Summit,
Yes.
It's one of the tallest commercial buildings in the world. So just in New York alone, I got 9 skyscrapers. And Andrew Mathias, great business guy. This is what he told me one day. We took a walk. We was in New York. We was taking a walk. He said, "You see that building right there?" He said, "Yeah." We said, "We own that. You see this building? We own it." So we was walking and walking. Then he said, a boxer makes money.
Floyd Mayweather believes haters will always exist and that doubters don't understand his work ethic. He sees criticism not as a setback but as proof that his success sparks envy on a large scale. In his eyes, those attacking him are bitter, jealous, and unaccomplished, taking out their frustrations because they have nothing of their own to celebrate. For him, the more they hate, the bigger his success story becomes. Outside the ring, he continues to present himself as a polished, confident figure, insisting that he's making bigger moves than ever before.
Beginning, I feel like people was rooting for me, wanted the best for me. And the more and more as I accomplished more and kept accomplishing things, then you start seeing like different things. Then you start saying, he's a wife beater, or he's not that smart, or you hear so many different things. And I just feel like, okay, you're entitled to believe what.
Floyd Mayweather says is focused on building a lasting legacy through smart investments and business ventures, and anyone feeling threatened by it is showing their own insecurities, not his. He's determined to control the narrative, refusing to be seen as the broke, desperate ex-athlete that some expect him to be. In his view, he's still Money Mayweather, undefeated not just in boxing, but in life. Yet with mounting lawsuits, unpaid employees, questioned property deals, and former allies like Stephen A. Smith becoming vocal critics, the scrutiny around him is only growing harder to ignore.
Biggest artist, and you wouldn't even know, because my name don't have to be on everything.
I have to be the marquee.
Yeah, because sometimes if you put your name on certain things, you got people that's gonna be jealous. So sometimes I don't got to have my name on it to collect the check.
In the late 1990s, Floyd Mayweather was steadily building his reputation, winning fight after fight with careful strategy. He often said he didn't need his name on every project to succeed, explaining that being the marquee was enough and that putting his name on everything could spark jealousy. His early career was a deliberate climb, with each victory adding to the legend he was creating. The young talent from Grand Rapids mastered boxing with precise defense, sharp footwork, and flawless technique, making him almost untouchable in the ring. He didn't just win fights, he controlled and dominated opponents. Today, he stands as the richest boxer ever, a Hall of Fame inductee, and one of the greatest fighters in history. Beyond his undefeated record, he used words as effectively as punches, breaking down opponents mentally before landing a single blow.
Okay, well, we're gonna know. In the least amount of fights, I didn't have to have 70 fights or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
All right.
In a recent interview with FightHype.com, Floyd Mayweather showed his signature confidence, calm, defiant, and unshaken by the rumors swirling around him. He said he can't be stopped and that what's meant to happen will happen, stressing that he holds no anger or grudges against anyone. Speaking about fighters Shakur and Devon, he made it clear he respects his peers. Yet the same competitive fire that helped him become a billionaire is still alive, as he called out Top Rank, the promotion tied to both fighters, challenging them to see if anyone can match his skill and level in the ring.
It's Floyd Mayweather. I don't think Muhammad Ali paved the way for me to be where I'm at today. And, he's a legend. But when we talk about record breaking, we also got to talk about Ali lost to a fighter with 7 fights when he lost his world title to a fighter with only 7 fights. So these are the things that we don't look at. We don't only look at him standing for a cause, which is the great thing, because
At the heart of Floyd Mayweather's words is his approach to competition and legacy. He knows when to put pride aside for meaningful fights while staying aware of the bigger picture, calling out opponents without being disrespectful and positioning himself strategically without overreaching. This careful, calculated mindset helped him transition into a successful business career after boxing, blending branding and investments in a way few athletes have matched. Any conversation about Mayweather's spotlight moments includes his 2017 fight with UFC star Conor McGregor, an event that looked like a money grab but became a cultural phenomenon, merging sports, entertainment, and business, generating roughly $600 million and cementing Mayweather's status as a financial powerhouse.
Has weak hands. He's broken his hands many times. And even though he's capable of knocking guys out, it's with precision. He's not going to knock you out like a John the Beast Mugabe would, or a Francis Ngannou would, or a real power puncher, Joe Smith. There's guys who just fucking get you to the cage or in against the ropes and just smack.
Forbes reported that Floyd Mayweather earned about $275 million from the fight, while Conor McGregor took home around $85 million, making it one of the biggest events in combat sports history. Years later, more insights keep emerging. On the Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson podcast, Stephen A. Smith shared how calculated Mayweather's approach really was, recalling a conversation before the fight where Floyd confidently predicted he would stop McGregor around the 8th or 9th round. Smith, skeptical at the time, wondered how Floyd could be so precise, especially given his past hand injuries and the decline in punching power since his lighter-weight days.
Stephen A. raised eyebrows when he claimed that Mayweather may not be as financially stable as he claims to be. According to Smith, there's a reason to believe that the former champion is either in financial trouble or heading straight toward.
Floyd Mayweather, however, shrugged off those doubts, breaking down McGregor's weaknesses with exact precision. He pointed out that while McGregor was a skilled UFC striker, he wasn't trained for elite-level boxing, especially while retreating. Floyd's strategy was straightforward but lethal: stay close, limit McGregor's offense, and gradually wear him down. He executed it flawlessly, exhausting McGregor and stopping him in the 10th round. Stephen A. Smith admitted he was amazed by how perfectly Floyd had mapped the fight beforehand, while Mike Tyson praised him, saying, "He's the man," acknowledging Mayweather's unparalleled fight intelligence.
40s now, still fighting these random people in random places. For 5 million here, 10 million there.
No, he's just a big spender. You can't spend like that, you know? Like,
this guy has a lot of chains.
So many chains, bro. Chains, that's a depreciating asset. Get yourself something that'll hold value. Go buy some real estate, brother. Buy an original. We'd love to have you in the Dow.
What?
Invest in Prime, huh?
As the conversation between Stephen A. Smith and Mike Tyson went on, Smith compared Floyd Mayweather's precise handling of McGregor to Tyson Fury's careful dismantling of Deontay Wilder in their trilogy. He recalled the tense press conference before their third fight, where Fury, forced into the rematch by Wilder's lawsuit, made a bold prediction. Fury confidently said he would beat Wilder, calling him an idiot, and explained his plan: use his size advantage, wear Wilder down, and target his legs, stepping into the ring 40 pounds heavier than before.
Brother looks me in my face, and he says, "I'm gonna take him out about the 8th or 9th round." And I said, "Your hands are always broken. You ain't known for your punching power since you moved up from lightweight to welterweight. Why are you so sure you're gonna do this?" He said, "Stephen A., he's a UFC fighter." He said, and he's a striker. He's accustomed to coming at you and throwing punches. What he's not accustomed to doing is punching while he's throwing backwards.
Stephen A. Smith pointed out that both Floyd Mayweather and Tyson Fury executed their strategies almost perfectly, showing remarkable foresight and technical skill in predicting how to dominate their opponents. Of course, some argue that Mayweather's fight was simply the biggest money move of his career, but the question remains, was it pure mastery or just a cash grab?